For 5 seasons, Bryan Cranston played Walter White on the series Breaking Bad, widely regarded as one of the best shows in the history of television. Cranston's performance as the high school chemistry teacher turned meth dealer earned him 4 Emmys for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series. Since Breaking Bad ended in 2013, Cranston has won a pair of Tony Awards and received an Oscar nomination for his leading role in Trumbo. Now he finds himself again playing the part of a man compromised in the new Showtime series Your Honor, as a respected New Orleans judge turning to the dark side to save his son's life. Bryan and I got together over Zoom the other day for a virtual Sunday Sitdown.
Don't tell anyone. Not ever. I can keep you safe if no one ever hears about it.
Bryan Cranston is Breaking Bad all over again.
Help me, please. I couldn't breathe.
I got you, buddy.
What was it about this that made you stop and say, okay, yes, I'm going to take a year of my life and commit it to this?
I guess I'm attracted to characters that are damaged somewhat.
Yeah.
And I don't know what
you think
so? But to are also simultaneously trying to do the right thing within the realm of doing the wrong thing.
While filming was underway for Your Honor last March, Cranston and his wife, actress Dearden, tested positive for COVID-19.
We had about 3 days of just body aches, and I had a half a day of a fever of 99, and then that went away. But the lasting effect that both of us have had is the loss of taste and smell. It's weird because it's about 75% has come back.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. You and your buddy Tom Hanks sort of talked each other through it a little bit because you were some of the earliest, most public people to have it. What did he tell you about it?
Yeah, we were talking to Tom and Rita, and they had it just about the same time. And after a while, he said he's donating his plasma at UCLA Medical Center. So I called and started donating plasma as well.
And here I am at UCLA Donation Center. How's your aim, Ron?
All right, I guess.
You know, after a while, the strength of your antibodies in the plasma weakens. And, you know, not that it's a competition or anything, but I said, you know, how many times was Tom's able to donate plasma, you know, from his antibodies? They said he came in a couple times. I said, oh, only 2. I did 4, but you know, it's not a competition.
Cranston and those powerful antibodies may have recovered quickly, but it would be 7 months before production on Your Honor could resume with strict protocols.
We wore shields that clipped around your neck that go up. And, you know, Willie, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm in my 60s now. I know that I don't look it, but I have been to my fair share of rock concerts in my time, and I am positive that I've lost some hearing. Now, where everybody wearing shields or masks, I'm constantly saying, I'm sorry, I don't know. And I'm like, oh my God.
As I look at the way your sort of projects roll out, do you look at, okay, I'm going to go to Broadway, then I want to do a movie, or I'm going to write my memoir, and now it's time for a series? Are you looking for particular things at particular times?
Now, when Breaking Bad finished after 6 years, and very proud of the show, but in some regard, I needed to move away from that character. So I just imposed a 3-year moratorium on doing television. And so I did theater and I did a couple films. So it doesn't matter to me if it's for the family, if it's for adults only, if it's television. It's all about the storytelling.
You mentioned Breaking Bad. Are you surprised at the way it persists as this cultural force?
I think the story was something that caught people by surprise.
This is art, Mr. White.
Actually, it's just basic chemistry, but thank you, Jesse.
It got under their skin. They related to a man who was struggling. They sympathized with him because he was a good guy and just kind of got beaten down by the system. changed my career. And so I owe everything to that experience. Obviously, it will be the first line of my obituary. When you do Life's Well Lived, you're going to say, known for...
You all know exactly who I am. Heisenberg.
Last year, Cranston and his Breaking Bad co-star Aaron Paul teamed up in real life to produce a slightly more tame concoction, Dos Hombres Mezcal.
Most people don't realize it, but a tequila is a mezcal, but a mezcal is not a tequila.
I did not realize that. And so where did this idea come from for you guys?
About 3 years after the end of Breaking Bad's production, we were in a sushi restaurant in New York City. And we were lamenting about the fact that, we just don't get a chance to see each other that much anymore. And then Aaron said, what about the mezcal business? And I went, are you out of your mind? What do we know about that? And we soon learned we didn't know that much.
Another unexpected turn in a career and a life Cranston never takes for granted. I know you're a guy who has gratitude. Maybe because of where you came from, you say, wow, I can't believe where I ended up.
Hey, my family split up when I was 11 years old. Our house got foreclosed on. We were kicked out. You're really aware of what you think life is like, and then all of a sudden the rug is pulled out from under you. And fortunately, I was never afraid of hard work, so just work. So that's my motto. That's what I try to tell young actors. I can always tell the ones who are really asking a question because they have a burning desire to perform, or if they're thinking of the exterior of it. Any of the kids who ask, hey, what kind of car do you drive? Or, so where do you live? And, who have you dated? And yeah. I said, I can save you a lot of time. You shouldn't be an actor because you're looking for something that's outside of the work. And conversely, the ones who go, I need to perform, I go, then you need to try. The only failure is if you don't make the attempt. You've got to try.
Wise words from one of the all-time great guys. Your Honor, his new show airs Sunday nights on Showtime at 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific, and it is very good. Don't forget to subscribe to the Sunday Sitdown podcast to hear the full-length interview with Bryan Cranston. You can find it on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get yours.